Hey everyone, so today I want to talk a little bit about the Fallout 76 beta. I did play most of the days. I played a little bit single player, a little bit with a full group, mostly with duo, just me and like another friend. I played up to level 14, and yeah, I just want to talk about it a little bit, see what your thoughts are on it as well. So it starts out with a beginning cinematic, and then you proceed to make your character. So I spent like, 5 hours making a character, and as soon as I put my name in and hit OK, the game crashed on me. So I was hoping it would at least keep my character, but nope, it didn't save my character. I had to do the whole 5 hours again remaking him. So this time it worked, and the game drops you into the vault. I'm not going to talk about this too much because there's really not much to talk about. It's pretty quick. You just go through the vault, and there's a little like kind of tutorial stops as you're going through to teach you about like perks or to drink water and stuff. I just kind of went through it real quick because I just want to get out into the world and explore. Like the worst thing for me of Fallout 4 was the whole beginning scene of you at your house and stuff. I just want to play the game, I don't want to deal with an hour of story. I just like jumping right in. And so I kind of like that about this, because the vault was really short, and you can just, just go out in the world and finally just start playing. So the first thing I noticed on my first day is the story, how the way it's presented. There's no human NPCs in the game, from what I've seen so far and from what I've heard. So I was wondering, like, how are they gonna do the story? And it seems to be done through like audio logs or recordings, or maybe even robots. And it reminds me of another game that I played this year that I really enjoyed, a game called Subnautica. And in that game it's also very similar. There's no like people you find, you just kind of find audio messages and stuff. But it's a nice way of telling a story while still letting you play the game. Like, it doesn't interrupt you with a bunch of dialogue. I really enjoy that aspect of the game. It's just nice to be able to see the story through, whether it be visuals in the world, or just finding audio logs, or even just reading someone's diary or something. I like that. Not that I dislike having, dialogue with humans and having choices to pick and everything, but not having that doesn't kill the game for me. So another, I guess, controversial feature of this game is PvP. So since there are other people in the world, they can gank you. But from what I played, it seems pretty easy to kind of run away from PvPers. And it didn't really happen often. I think I can only recall one instance where it happened to me and my friend ran into some people who tried to kill us. She unfortunately was killed because how it works is if they hit you, but you don't hit back, then they don't do much damage to you. Like, it only does a certain percentage. I don't know what the percentage is or how much, like, what's the max damage they can do to you, but it kind of just like tickles you, right? It just takes a very minimal amount from my health bar, I noticed. But if you attack them back, now everyone does 100% damage to each other. So I guess my friend, she was getting attacked from behind, and she thought it was like a ghoul or something, so she just turned around and quickly shot back, not knowing that it was a actual player. And so she ended up dying, and they came after me next, and I was like, let me see how much damage they do. I noticed it wasn't doing much. I could like easily heal before, they could kill me. So I just let them like waste their bullets and run after me. And I didn't attack back, and eventually they just, gave up. So yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work late game when people have like really powerful weapons and grenades and all that. But I think early game it's pretty easy to escape PKs. But I guess we'll see. I'm sure some assholes will find some tricks to do more damage. I also don't like that you can see everyone on the map. Now, I've heard that if you block people, then they won't be able to see your dot on the map, but I think there should just be an option to hide yourself from the map completely, instead of having that block like every person on the server, The other thing I'm not a fan of is the way VATS works. Just because of one reason, there's no There's no more slow-mo, doesn't slow down time. So, you know, that was like the whole thing of VATS, is it kept the tactical aspect of the original Fallout games. I understand why they can't have slow-mo anymore, since it's an MMO, but it would have been nice if like they could let us make our own like private servers with, you know, maybe 4 people, and then just like whenever someone uses VATS, it just slow-mos the whole server, right? Because it's just you and your friends, you know? They did it like 20 years ago for games like Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights. Those games had multiplayer, but it still had like tactical combat that you could pause. I don't think it would have been too much of a stretch to do, but oh well. I do like the way looting works, like containers. Everyone gets their own loot. It's kind of like Diablo 3 in that way. So everyone gets their own loot if they kill something. But things out in the world, like if you see like a glass bottle on a table or something, then only one person can pick that up. Although I've noticed with key items, like a key or a quest that's just placed on top of a counter or something, that is also there for everyone, even if someone takes it. So that's good. So there's base building in this game, but I don't know like exactly how it works. I really don't know much about that, so I can't really speak much on it, but it seems similar to Fallout 4. Another thing I want to mention is events. I noticed when you get to certain areas, a random event will pop up and you'll see like a circle or something on the map. They're pretty cool. I've done a few with my friends, and the only thing I don't like about them is that they seem to respawn too fast. Like, I know they kind of need to just to give everyone a chance, but it's like you do an event and you walk away for like, I don't know how long it takes, but I'll just say 10-15 minutes. All of a sudden you see that event pop up back up in the map and you're like, oh, I don't feel like I made a change in the world or anything, you know? It just feels like a MMO world, like Guild Wars 2 or something. It doesn't feel like I'm really making a difference, you know? So it's just a minor nitpick. It could easily be fixed if they just raised the respawn timer on the event, maybe, I don't know. Speaking of respawn timers, there was one instance where my friend and we found a Dingo cave, and we were looking all around the cave for the Dingo, and we couldn't find it that session. But the next day I went there with another friend just to see if maybe it's there, and we did find it. It was actually the very last thing I did in the beta. We found the Dingo, and it was like level 30 something, and we were only level 14, but we fought it, we died. Ooh, killed me. We went back, fought it again, and managed to kill it, which was a really cool thing to do as our very last thing for the beta. It was nice and fun. So I wonder like what the respawn timer is on that, because we couldn't find it the first day, but I thought that was pretty cool. They actually added quite a bit of creatures, and I like that because whenever I play an Elder Scrolls game or a Fallout game, I always mod in a bunch of the custom creatures just to add more to the world. And so I really like that they added like a bunch of weird Wendigos, and like there's a giant frog that's really gross. It shoots stuff from its back. It reminds me of Gremlins. And like this giant headless monster. There's a bunch of cool things. So I'm really glad they added a lot more enemy variety. There's also one place we found that had a note on how to like summon the Night Crawler or something. Night Stalker, I think it was. And it had like a list of things to do, like play instruments, I think get drunk. So I really want to do that when launch comes. But yeah, overall, I'd say I enjoyed the game. I think it's fun, you know, it's like Fallout 4. There's no dialogue choices, so if you're into dialogue choices, you're probably gonna be disappointed. There's no slow-mo VATS. But other than that, I think it's pretty fun whether you play games solo, or co-op with a friend, or in a group of friends. I think it works out pretty well for any of those. Anyways, I'm looking forward to launch. How about you guys? What do you guys think? I'm probably gonna be streaming it, so keep an eye on my Twitch if you care to see me stream at all. And I'll talk to you later.